Topping the news at 5:30, there is a major breakthrough in treating pancreatic cancer. Researchers at the University at Buffalo are working on light-infused treatment.
We're now joined by Dr. Jonathan Lavelle, professor of biomedical engineering at UB. He is leading the charge of creating a smarter and more effective way to deliver chemotherapy. All right, doctor, thank you for joining us here. Very important conversation. So let's first start talking about pancreatic cancer and how prevalent it is in most adults, and then also how difficult it is to treat.
It's a really devastating disease. It's one of the most deadly forms of cancer. One of the reasons is that it usually gets caught at a very late stage after it's already spread. It's also growing in the pancreas, which is a very critical organ. So when surgeons try to take out the cancer by surgery, it's often impossible because there's too many critical blood vessels and other parts of the body that are there. So for that reason, we're trying to look at new approaches to treat it.
Mm-hmm.
It's a very fibrous organ, and when the cancer is in it, it has a large wall that might be up that makes chemotherapy hard to penetrate. Is that kind of correct?
That's also correct. And the way that pancreatic tumors grow is in a way that is very fibrous, as you mentioned, and blood vessels don't have a lot of access to the tumor, so it's hard to deliver conventional chemotherapy agents to those tumors.
All right, so you're really looking to insert what's called light-emitting fibers, right into the tumors. Tell us about that and really how groundbreaking that is.
Yeah, our research stems from a long line of research that originated at Roswell Park Cancer Center in Buffalo. This is a type of therapy known as phototherapy or photodynamic therapy, and that was really pioneered here in the 20, 30 years ago. And we've been continuing along that research. Our approach has been to convert nanoparticles into light-activated drug delivery nanomachines that, upon irradiation with a laser, can open up and deliver a chemotherapy payload directly at the site of the tumor, thereby sparing the healthy organs in the patient.
Wow. So if you're saying sparing the other organs, so the amount of chemotherapy that's needed to maybe kill the cancer in a pancreas could kill the patient at the same time or something?
Well, I think you're on the right track, Kelsey. What happens is that when you deliver a dose of chemotherapy to a cancer patient, the drugs basically go everywhere in the body. And eventually you end up having side effects that limit the dosage of the drug that can be administered. So the idea behind our approach is to essentially infuse the tumor only with a lot of cancer drug that's released at the site of the tumor. And in theory, that could allow the patient to tolerate it much better. And we've measured that we can get 10 times more drug at the tumor site and completely eradicate the tumors. I should add, this is preclinical research. We're working on our way to develop this for patients.
Wow.
Yeah, let's talk about the data and also what does the science say about how effective this type of treatment really is?
Mm-hmm. Our research has been working on this type of light delivery system for drugs for quite some time. This most recent research grant that we just received is in collaboration with researchers at Roswell Park, and our goal here is to get ready for human testing. And to do that, we're going to be aiming to treat larger tumors that more naturally mimic what surgeons see in the clinic, so that we could try to treat more relevant tumors to get ready to move this into human testing.
Okay, so you're not doing clinical trials at this point in time?
Not yet. This is still at the preclinical stage, but we really are trying our best to get into that phase 1 human testing.
Yeah, so phase 1, there's clinical trials out there that's phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, and it can take a while for something to be kind of FDA approved, right?
That's exactly right.
So what is the timeline here, if this is preclinical trial, to maybe a full approval of this, where we're seeing this being the major treatment option for folks?
I think in general, you're looking at least 1 year for each phase, maybe more. So there's quite a long period before something would actually get approved by the FDA. The FDA is obviously very rigorous in making sure that all the approved treatments are safe for the patients. We're still trying to get to that phase 1 stage in the preclinical. So we're in the preclinical phase. So we're doing our best to show proof of principle that would convince someone who's evaluating this that this is ready to go into human testing.
Yeah, you would also need to have a drug company also sign on board.
Yeah, that's also a very good point, because the pharmaceutical products are very expensive to make. It's something that's difficult or impossible just to do in a research lab like we have at UB. So part of the equation is getting data that's strong enough that could lead to a partnership with a pharmaceutical company.
All right, we do have to get going, but I do want to really bring up really quickly. How much money did you just get? We're burying the lead here, and who was that from?
This was funding that was from the NIH, from the National Cancer Institute, which is part of the NIH, and it was about a $2.5 million grant that will be used for our research.
Wow, awesome.
All right, doctor.
Thank you, doctor, so much.
Thank you very much.